We already have 4 coal-fired power plants around us. I live on a farm that's been in my family for 7 generations, and they want to build 5 more, which would make roughly 9 in an 11.5-mile radius from where we live. And we already have the shortest life expectancy. We have the highest lung cancer death rate. We have the highest asthma rate. We have no hospital in our entire county. And so further compounding those issues is really a gross injustice. If you look at our community, we're not just looking at a proliferation of coal industry horizontally, we're talking about vertically. So I'd like you to just envision this for a minute. We have shallow gas wells, and the underground mine, the Room and Pillar, now there is a company coming in from out west that wants to do deep gas directional drilling that uses chemicals to go into the Marcellus Shale, things like hexane, carcinogens, really nasty stuff. I just met people up in Pennsylvania where they're doing this, and one person shared that if they lit a cigarette beside their coffee, that it would shoot flames if they got the water to make their coffee out of their tap. And another person shared that if they lit a match, their water would burn. And then add into that mix, shallow gas wells, people working under the ground, deep gas directional drilling with explosions, and carbon capture and sequestration with massive amounts of ammonia. It's not a real pretty picture vertically any more than it is horizontally, and I think it's time to get off the coal, not keep it on life support. When we learned about how Ohio was trying to fund the power plant, they tie municipalities into 50-year contracts for the electricity. And Cleveland is one of the largest contracts for electricity for Ohio. And so they would be providing a large chunk of the construction costs to build this facility 5 miles from where I live. So we've been trying to educate people about what a poor financial choice that is, what a poor choice it is in terms of human costs. There was initially this myth that if we had more power plants, we would have more jobs. And if we had more coal mines, we'd have more jobs. And what we've actually seen is this, initially the people who thought that if they sacrificed their health, if they sacrificed their land for this coal mine, that they would get a job. I've actually had people coming up to me and saying, well, wait a minute, where do we get those jobs? Because they're all people from out of state, and they're not local jobs. And so as this thing has progressed, the coal industry actually has started to wake people up in our community to see that this really isn't about jobs for us. We had 9 brothers that fought in the Revolutionary War. I live on the land that came through my direct ancestor. I now have a family cemetery over there with a high wall, 3 feet from the graves. And the surface mine site that they purchased and moved people from at our village of Racine, we had a homestead there 6 generations back with graves, and that has been completely blasted away. We asked them to stop long enough for us to go through and evaluate it, and then they would not give us that.